Today we're going to do the craziest experiment in Grand Theft Auto 5. Can we fly across the entire map if we accelerate on the longest ramp? Watch and you'll find out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit like. Today we have the best car collection, and guys, they're really fast. I can't wait to test them out, so hit like right now. And we're off. Alright, the first car is going to be the Nissan GTR, looking all new and beautiful. Let's close the door, carefully, and let's go. Turn on the headlights and head right over here to the very start. Oh, this is so interesting, of course. Alright, 1, 2, 3. By the way, we'll have several prize places. The first prize goes to the car that accelerates over this ramp the fastest. The second prize goes to the car that gets the most damage after landing. And the third prize goes to the car that gets the least damage after landing. Alright, let's see. By the way, our acceleration was 650 km per hour, at least that's what I noticed, but maybe it was even higher. By the way, another very important point is that we're landing on the wheels most likely, so there shouldn't be any damage. Okay, we've landed, but still, yes, we took heavy damage in the back, even though we landed on the wheels. Well, you understand the altitude is very high and the speed is just at its maximum, so there's no way to avoid damage here. The next supercar will be Bugatti Divo. Just look at how beautiful it is. Let's start the engine. Let's go right here to the very start and immediately pick up maximum speed. Pay attention, we're already in 5th, 8th gear. The speed is 700 kilometers per hour. Will it reach 800? Interesting, it was 750, and so far that's the highest speed we've reached in our experiment, but we've only had 2 cars. So let's see what our next contenders are capable of. I've wanted to do this for a long time. Honestly, I don't know how to do it. I wanted to land on Maze Bank, and you know, I have this unfinished achievement of landing on Maze Bank. I haven't managed to do it even once in the experiment. Alright, let's take a look at our actually damages, and by the way, they're not as bad as on the previous car. But still, we've lost one door, and we've got some dents in the front. The hood is a bit open, the bumper is scratched, but overall, just get in the Bugatti and keep driving. Not a bad result. The next car in our experiment will be Maverick. Here is such a beautiful snowmobile, as they say. Let's see how it accelerates, because it has a track. It should go slowly, but it doesn't go slowly. It accelerates very quickly. Look, 3rd gear. Speed is 600 km per hour. Also, it doesn't have acceleration yet. Look, 850 km per hour, and it does a super flip. Curious, very curious. How will it land? Look, it's just fantastic. We're higher than the altitude of an airplane. And by the way, it doesn't reach the skyscrapers, but it lands on the tennis court. Seriously? Oh no, actually, sorry, it's a basketball court, and of course, no one is playing here. We were lucky not to crush anyone. It was a great landing. And notice, there's no damage at all, not a single scratch, and that's really good. Well, actually, there are a few small scratches, but nothing serious. I really want to take a ride on this new bus with giant wheels and go right away. Let's go. By the way, his name is Epocator or Educator. Something like that, so if I said something wrong, please correct me, okay? Now, let's get ready, set, go at maximum speed. He accelerates strangely. Just watch his speed. It's not exactly true yet, but he was almost at 1,000 kilometers per hour. Wow, something prevented him from flying out of there completely, from going through the ramp and taking off. And accordingly, that's the kind of flight our bus is having. And where do we land? It's a casino. Yes, I suppose we need to frustrate the Japanese. So, the stadium. And we landed right on the road and didn't hit anyone at all. That's very good, but I don't see any damage to our bus either. Notice, there are no damages, not a single scratch. I don't even know, maybe that's a complaint. But actually, I did find one scratch. Just like now. Oh, right here we also have, well, no, actually, maybe the previous snowmobile will get a prize for having the fewest damages. It's the perfect time to test the fastest, longest Ferrari. Notice, this is the Limousine, a Ferrari Pista, I think, or maybe La Ferrari. I think, yes, this is a Ferrari Pista. And let's go right here to the very start and get going. Will our Limousine handle this experiment? Pay attention. The speed reached up to 1,700 kilometers per hour. Impressive. This is the fastest acceleration in our experiment so far, but I really liked how this Ferrari performed. How far we fly, we've flown over the whole city and are landing near the Vinewood sign, probably, oh no, a bit further. Let's check our damage. We're landing on the road. Wow, unbelievable. Oh, that was painful. Now I want to go over here, at least drive a bit lower to check out our car. Let's take a look at it somewhere around here. So what about the damage? Oh my god, it's the perfect time to take a ride in the Chevrolet Camaro Bumblebee. Just look at how beautiful it is, and the interior is just as nice. Alright, come on, Transformer Autobot Bumblebee. Don't let us down in our experiment. Let's go. It's really weird. Why is it like that? And notice, it's already broken. Alright, let's keep going. It's really weird, and I absolutely don't like it. What was that speed over there? Did you see that? 10th gear, notice, it's already broken. And what will happen when we land? Unbelievable. It's just incredible. Well, let's watch as our Chevrolet Camaro Bumblebee lands. It probably wants to crash completely. Yeah, and right now I'm not pressing anything at all, even... Oh. Oh my god, now that's what I call a dent. I think it's already a contender for a prize for the most damage, because that's a really serious damage. Now we're going to ride the longest motorcycle in the game. Take a look. This is a Limousine motorcycle, guys, and let's take it for a spin. It also has a machine gun. Carefully, let's go down here, and now we need to speed up faster. Reverse gear. Why reverse gear? I can't understand, but we're driving in reverse, picking up speed. Come on, whoa, good. How did we just fly like that? Pay attention. I wonder if you can pet it. Yeah, wow. Why am I flying so high? The speed doesn't even seem that fast, but we're flying up into the sky. Look, you can actually fly into the sky on this motorcycle. How is that even possible? And what if I don't want to fly up into the sky? How do I get back down? We're just going higher and higher. I'm about to leave this planet. Oh, how fast was that? What was that just now? I don't understand. I probably need to jump off this motorcycle most likely, but where? Where's my motorcycle? My motorcycle just disappeared and I ended up on Mount Chiliad. And now we're gonna take a ride on another Transformer. Honestly, I don't know his name, but he has an Autobot logo, so we know he's a good Transformer, just not which one. Let's look at his super speed. It's either 1,600 kilogram meters or 6,000 kilometers per hour. Or maybe it just seemed that way, but he took off from the ramp really sharply, and I actually really like that. Let's take a look at his landing now. The Transformers are actually some of the best in this experiment. At least that's how it seems to me. At least we landed in that prison, right? Wow, is it really gonna be a prison? No way, no, that's not a prison. It's next to the prison. We're landing on the road. It's going to be very dangerous. Landing, we lost the hood. Overall, our car looks fine. Our Transformer is safe and sound. And now we're going to have one of the fastest cars in Grand Theft Auto 5, the Lykan Hypersport. But where are its wheels? Where are its rear wheels? Why did they disappear? I'm telling you, I had them just recently. Even my front wheels aren't spinning. Look, my front wheels just disappeared. They just wore out. How is that possible? I don't get it, Lykan Hypersport. What's wrong? Where did my wheels go? I can't understand why you're embarrassing me in this experiment. Where are we even flying? I can't figure out where we're landing. What's wrong with this car? Lykan Hypersport. It has no wheels. Look, it's still moving, but it's in really bad shape. And I think it's the one that's gonna win the prize for the most damage. Just take a look at the condition it's in. Wow, see? It's not burning even when I shoot at it. This vehicle is very sturdy. Look, there's not even any smoke. But of course, it's hard to call it a vehicle now because it doesn't even look like one anymore. Notice, the oil just started leaking from it, but it's still not on fire. I've been shooting at it for a while now, and it's only smoking. Notice, there's no fire. Wait, now our little Lykan is on fire. But this is the flame of a winner, as they say, the winner of this experiment, because it takes the prize for the most damage. And now we're going to test the next car. The next vehicle in our experiment will be this long police limousine. Let's take it for a ride and go. Its wheels disappeared too. I don't understand. Is there something wrong with my game? Why do my wheels just disappear? Where am I flying to? No, I want to go back. I want to go back to Earth where I flew from. How do I get back? Where am I? I need to go back. The planet Earth, let's go. So now I'm jumping down like this, and I need to find a way to get back. I guess I'll be falling for a very, very long time. Alright, no luck. A slightly long Mercedes G63 of gigantic size. Let's see how it handles this experiment. The most important thing is to keep straight like this. Acceleration started. Pay attention to the speed. 1050 km/h. And that's a pretty good result. At least it's balanced. Honestly, I didn't want to see such speeds. You know, 100,000 km/h is just too much because we would just fly off into space. But I'm curious to see what would happen if I hit the ground at a speed of 100,000 km/h. I think there would be nothing left of the car at all. Well, probably nothing left of our Mercedes either. Even at that speed, where am I? I flew out and my car, where's my car? And I don't even know how to comment on this. It even has some kind of spikes here as if, you know, but the damage isn't as bad as I expected to see. It's the perfect time to take a ride in a Lamborghini. We have a beautiful Huracan here. Let's see how it can handle this crazy experiment. And you know, I wanted to take the roof off, but apparently it doesn't come off. We're off to a good start. The interior is beautiful. Just look at the wheels. It's good they're not disappearing. And right away, we're hitting top speed. Overall, it's driving pretty well. What was that? Why did I get thrown out? I want to get back in the car. I'm getting back in the car and driving on. How did that even happen? That's something unbelievable. I got thrown out of the car. Okay, then I used a special trainer to get back into it. And now we're about to land. Let's see how it's gonna be. Oh, the landing is really, really hard. Now I'm gonna flip the car. I got out of the car, and what's happening? It's smoking, it's on fire. No, it can't be. It exploded. I really didn't expect that. I couldn't flip over. I got out of it, and it just exploded. It's a real shame, but maybe it'll compete with Lykan in terms of damage. So, who do you think won? Write about it in the comments. And the last vehicle in our experiment is a boat on wheels. Just a regular boat on wheels. Let's see what it can do. We're accelerating it to the max. It's skidding a lot going over this ramp, but still, the speed is 1,400 km/h. I'm afraid to hit the nitro. Should I? Okay, I pressed it. Nothing happened. And it's flying a little like this. Flying. Oh. Subtitles, what is that? How fast was it going? Subtitles. 28,000 km/h. Subtitles, and where should I go back now? How do I get back? Subtitles, I don't know, but I would like to land back on Earth. What are those two big spheres? I can't figure it out. It seems like the sun is somewhere there. After some time, I managed to return to planet Earth, and we land in the water. Just watch, and of course, this boat on wheels can float, which is really cool. Guys, write your opinion in the comments. Who do you think won this experiment? Hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next part. Goodbye, everyone.